Here I'm demonstrating a power off 180. This is a high accuracy landing approach. We're going to use the 1,000 foot markers, or the aiming point marking of the runway. At midfield left downwind, I'll be reducing the engine to idle thrust. If I don't make a turn towards the runway, most likely the wind will push me out and I won't be able to hit the point that I have predetermined for the aiming point marking. The most important thing about the power off 180 is maintaining airspeed. You have to have good airspeed, recommended glide speed, or 1.4 times VSO. The downwind to base leg will be a uniform turn that'll be either medium or slightly steeper bank than usual. This is where good pilot judgment comes into play. You have to determine, based on the various factors, wind, your airspeed, when to use flaps, and how many degrees of flaps will you use. Once you roll out on final, I like to carry my airspeed from the threshold to the 1,000 foot markers, and I have at least 10 knots to do that. So for example, if your approach is 75 knots, you should hold 75 knots until the threshold and have at least 10 knots to crossing the threshold to the 1,000 foot marker. So you would flare at about 70 knots and land at 65. It's just like a soft field landing. You just have to maintain that attitude all the way to the landing. And you can see I perfectly nailed that 1,000 foot mark. Everyone teaches maneuvers differently, so if you have some comments, make it positive.